Here's a breakdown about how a 19-year-old kid on debut had Kohli laughing like this in shock and then scowling like that. This breakdown is brought to you by DraftKings. How Kohli was walking by laughing like this and then moments later walking by throwing shoulders like this. From fun and jokes to pissed off. Konstas is 19 years old, 85 days. He's making his debut for Team Australia. He says, Quaja, feel my heart rate. I'm fine. And then he's making Elvis face. He's talking to himself. Not only was he making his debut, he opened the batting against Bumrah, who up to this point in the series was just tearing through Australia in the first two tests. This was the third test around Christmas and Boxing Day. And the first couple balls to Konstas, he's got him beat. I mean, he's just missing the edge on these. Look at this. That is close. That is close. This is the opening's over. And yeah, just all over them, laughing. They have the momentum. Look at these beautiful balls. Boom. Uh-oh. And not looking good. It's looking the same as everyone else, to be honest. And then in the second over, he gets bat to one, blocks it, and then either actually grows confidence or feigns confidence. You need to do both in the sport. So he starts feeling a little better. Look at that leave, a little more emphatic with the hands. Boomer's laughing. He says, come on, let's do it. So then he's feeling good. He says, I'm going to ramp you, and misses it. And Khawaja's laughing at him, and Boomer's laughing at him, and Kohli's running by and laughing at him like, you fool. You got to be real young and dumb to think you can ramp this dude when you haven't even looked good against him. India's having a ball with this. Switches the hands, goes for the shot. You saw him grow confident in body language a couple balls before that. Doesn't work. The next ball, tries for it again. Again, doesn't get it. And they're like, hey, dude, okay, you're crazy. Kohli's shaking his head like, you're nuts. Siraj later on, big swing. Big swing. Siraj says, hey, mate, you're crazy. Don't be swinging like that against me. Don't do that. That's crazy. You don't want to do that. And the crowd is laughing at him. They're just having fun. Like, who does this young kid think he is? Now, this is Bumrah's fourth over. Konstas has seen 21 balls. He says, I'm ready. Let's do it. First ball of the over, he ramps him for 4. Premeditates the shot, knows he's going to do it, says, I got to attack the game, can't let the game attack me. Boom. And everyone was like, oh, shit. Not only did he stick with it, which is crazy, he pulls it off, switches the hands, and just guides the ball to the boundary for 4. Elvis faces back, talking to himself. What's he going to do now? Is he just going to block a couple? He's got 4 in the over. No, he goes for the reverse ramp and this time puts it over the boundary for 6. 10 runs on 2 balls against Bumrah, who had allowed only like 2 before that, and gets himself in the place. And again, just sky high ramps that one. It goes over. The next ball, Boomer's like, here, ramp this one. Puts it on 7th stump. He's like, I'll swing at it. And then a nice leave, kind of a scary leave. That almost hits, and then comes back for another ramp in the same over, gets another 6, 2 6s, a 4, 3 ramp shots versus Bumrah. I mean, if you were watching the first test, the second test, seeing what the openers had to deal with Bumrah, this was incredible batting. It's risky for sure. I love the technique. You got to commit to it. You got to know you're going to do it, and once you're there, you can't really half-ass it. And then at that point, you're just guiding it up and over. Fox has their halo camera, which is really cool because it's going to take you like, whirlybird around. And you can see right there, you got to keep the eyes down the whole way. The straight leg keeps your body stiff. All you're doing is becoming a ramp. And then a little bit of a follow through. That's probably just natural. I don't even know if it really does anything. The ball's already hit. Last ball of the over, dot ball. But that's a big one. And now he walks back across. Nothing to it. That's his game. You got to take the game on. 21 runs now. Later on, Siraj is bowling to him, and he swings big again, hits Siraj in the leg. And he doesn't like that. He's like, you crazy? What are you doing? Don't do that. Don't be doing that to me. I don't know what he's saying. Don't do that to me. And now Kohli is looking pissed. Now Kohli's staring daggers, trying to get in the young buck's head, trying to intimidate him. Does he get intimidated? No. He's just going to back up and go with the cut shot for another boundary. 4 more runs. Add it to his tally. Backs up off the stumps, gives himself space, and just throws it and then stares right back at Siraj and says, yeah, okay. You don't want me to hit it that way, I'll hit it this way. More runs this way. The Australian crowd is absolutely loving it. It was a packed house, and they finally got someone to just stand up to Bumrah and say, I'll take you on. And he's doing it successfully. He's getting under into his skin. Last ball of this over is where things kick off. Throws that one over the infield. It dunks in. He's going to run for one. The ball comes to the middle. Kohli races to pick it up. Once he's got it in hand, he cuts diagonally across to the crease and bumps the kid. And he turns around. He's like, try walking around, mate. Try walking around. Like, oh, you watch where you're going. You watch where you're walking. And Khwaja comes and says, hey, don't go anywhere. You're good. You're fine. This is just Virat. He's just upset because you're taking the game on. And you see Kohli there? Kohli's like, I got the ball. I'm looking at the ball. And Konstas is like, yeah, okay. And you threw a little shoulder into me. Yeah? Like, I'm not dumb. Virat's like, I had the ball. What are you talking about? Kohli gets fined for this. Can't really do that. Can't just be bumping players. Here's the side-by-side of the incident. They're both walking. Kohli's got the ball in his hand. He switches it to this hand. Konstas is not looking at him. And then, bam. Wow. Vicious. Uncalled for. And then Kohli looks at the ball right away, which is pretty funny. Just right away. I was looking at the ball. I didn't even see you. I was looking down at the ball. Yeah. What are you talking about? I mean, I couldn't have hit you on purpose because I was holding this ball and I was looking at it. And I surely wasn't looking at you. He's like, yeah, I was walking that way. You walked into me through a shoulder. No, not really. So again, that's how Kohli went from this, laughing at the kid, to this, staring daggers at him because he started having successful shots. And he went from this, you're a fool, this is so much fun, to I hate your guts and I'm going to get in your head. What does Konstas do in return to that? He just kept going. He just whacks that one straight on. He's going to find the boundary there, 4 runs. Kohli just has to watch, just has to hear the crowd get after him. Later on in the over, he's going to take this one. Bam! I'll hit 6 this way. Straight down the field, over the boundary. Crowd's going nuts. Kohli not. Thinking, oh, damn. I fire this kid up. Is he more like me? Shouldn't have done that. That is awesome. So he gives him his stumps. Kohli's pissed. Watch this ball. This is crazy. He gives him his stumps. He backs up, and Bumrah goes Yorker. He invites him, basically. You know, in cricket, it's much different than baseball, where the bowler can kind of see what the batsman is doing, and then at the very last second, the best of the best can change what they're going to bowl. So, you know, he might be bowling this ball no matter what, or he sees that he's backing off, giving him the stumps, goes right at the stumps. It's there the whole entire way, and then at the last second, throws the bat at it and cuts it for boundary. Watch this view from the stump camera. I mean, that's out. That's stumps. You got him beat. Nope. He finds the hole in the fielders, and then he turns. He says, come on, get up. Come on, get up. Cheer. Kohli doesn't like that. He's like, no, I don't want you guys cheering. And I got flies on my face. So double upset. Look at all these shots. I love cricket because you got to have multiple shots in your game. You can't just have the same swing. They have different fielders in different places. They're bowling you balls in different areas. You got to be able to take this ball that's bowled here and put it there. And you got to have multiple shots to do it. And look at all these different, at the very beginning, it's the same setup. But sometimes he's going to back up to give himself room. Sometimes he's going to go for the ramp. Sometimes he's just going to stand and deliver. Sometimes he's going to let the ball travel. Sometimes he's going to walk up the crease, cut it off, and whack it down the ground. That's the fun part of cricket for me. You got to have multiple shots, and it's just bizarre to watch. And this test series was phenomenal. The whole thing. I know I'm a month late on this one. Appreciate you giving me some time there, but I was on vacation. We were all on vacation. Go watch it. It's awesome. Young kid. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's brought to you by DraftKings. They sponsor this breakdown. They sponsor a lot of breakdowns. If you enjoy this, please subscribe, leave a comment, throw some more my way.